A terrarium is an enclosure, either open or closed, which is mostly made of transparent glass to grow and display plants. The word terrarium was first used in the late 1800s that came from the word aquarium, substituting terri, which means land, for aqua, which means water. There are different types of terrariums having different shapes and sizes, from a very small cork bottle to a large size aquarium with a basic display including a single plant to a complex display having various plants grown inside it. So, let's try to make a terrarium. First, let's take a glass jar and wash it carefully. Make sure not to break it and remove the glass stains as much as possible. After leaving the jar to let it dry, we need to wash stones and pebbles of different sizes to remove dirt from it. Now let's add a detergent to wash and soak the pebbles and leave it for some time. For the substrate, I am taking the previously prepared compost and some sand. Before starting, let's make all the terrarium equipments handy. Adding a mesh layer to a terrarium is very important. It separates the substrate from the drainage layer to allow a good drainage of water and prevent root rot. I took a cloth bag to make a mesh layer. Let's start making a terrarium by putting the pebbles at the base to make the drainage layer. Time to add the mesh layer above the pebbles. Before putting the substrate, I placed a box cover to avoid messing my floor. Also, I made a funnel out of a paper to evenly drop the substrate at the base. It is important to hide the visible mesh layer to give the terrarium a more naturalistic look. Now I am spreading the substrate evenly inside the container. Spraying of water will settle the substrate nicely and clean the dirt from the surface. Cleaning the inner walls of the container before adding sand will reduce the chances of sand sticking to the surface. Let's add sand and spread it evenly. Now let's clean the inner surface to remove the sand that's stuck on the glass. Let's spray some water on the top of the sand. After After cleaning the inside of the container, let's keep it to dry. Now, let's search for some dry stems and twigs for decoration. I think I have collected enough. Now let's wash them and keep it in water for a while. And when the outer layer becomes loose, let's remove it with a blade. I drew the outline of the base on a paper to have the exact measurement of the inside. Now, let's adjust the stones inside the circle. After deciding the structure, let's fix the stones with a glue gun. Now, time to give a shape with the stems and twigs. I think it looks good. It's time to put the structure inside in an aesthetic way. Now to add more details, let's collect some moss from my collection. One benefit of using moss is that it covers the empty gaps completely inside a terrarium. Time to put the moss. I made sure to put them in both sides of the terrarium first. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe our channel. I kept a gap at the front and covered the rest of the base with moss. I decided to take out the wooden structure before adding some plants. For my terrarium, I chose Caladium bicolor, Syngonium podophyllum, Paeonia repens, Cryptanthus, Hydrocotyl tripartida, and Ceropegia. Now, time to add the plants. It's important to keep the taller plants at the back side of the terrarium while the smaller plants at the front. Arranging the plants properly will add layers to the terrarium. Finally, adding some pebbles at the gap in the front. I sprayed some water and kept the terrarium for some time. Here I present my first terrarium. I hope to make more naturescapes with different concepts and different resources in my upcoming videos. For now, I would like to name my first terrarium the Woodland Terrarium. for watching. Till then, be sustainable and be creative.